Then we'll hit the pin and pull concepts, a lot of different variations in pin and pull. And then I want to just spend some time on the toss crack concept as well. How do you get the ball in these areas of the field? And how do you force secondary defenders to have to be primary force guys? And how can you look at a defense, whether they're playing with a 9 technique or 7 technique on the edge, and find ways to get the ball out? So the secondary element has to be a factor in what they're doing. So, all right, getting into some of the pin and pull plays and concepts. It was a leave one tag once again. So it's very, very similar to the quarterback as the outside zone. We're going to leave one. The other thing to me with your interior blocks, with your guard and your tackle in terms of who pulls and who doesn't, probably the base way of running this football play is when I'm uncovered, I block down. If I'm covered, I'm the puller. And then you have your change ups of how you want to do it based on how, for example, to the 3 technique side, a 4-2 box, the normal base rule would be block down with the tackle on the 3, block the tight end on the end, pull the guard for +1, and have the zone go back to the tag. All right, so here's one where we've made 46 the tag. So on the front side now, the guard, between the guard and the tackle, the base rule would be tackle block down on the 3, tight end block the defensive end, and guard, you're pulling for +1, which would be 52. And then on the backside, the center, the backside guard are really zoning to the tag, which is 46. On the perimeter, if we do it that way, then for a base rule, the quarterback, the wide receiver knows I'm a read crack guy. I'm going to block the most dangerous, and the back knows I've got the corner. The other thing we could do is, this is the look when I say you have the Sam backer in the A gap. So we wouldn't be wrong too with our thought process of saying, hey, I'm going to tag 52 because he's in the A gap and the center can zone the A gap and have a chance to get to 52. That would bring the right guard to the nose, and then it would take the right tackle through to 46, and the defensive end would be unblocked on the backside. What it would do for the puller now, the puller, if we made 52 the tag, then the left guard would end up pulling for the safety, because that would be the +1, and then the quarterback would hand signal out to the wide receiver, hey, you just stay on your corner. And we had a hand signal where that guy knew, hey, I don't have to read crack. I just stay on my corner because we've made the safety the +1. Okay, so just a few things that are going on here as you watch some of this film. Once again, this is a backside tag here. Kind of the ideal way you want it. Get it to a 6 or a 7 technique with a tag backside really gives the offense an advantage. Here's another look at the tight end block in the 6 technique. Here's a look at the tackle in the center, both pulling. The guard and the center both pulling. So here's an example of, with all this little action they've got, they've made 54 the tag. So the center now is going to do a man pull to get to 54. And then there's the DB who's off outside the hash somewhere over here to the left. That's the +1 for the guard pull. Now, the backside tackle, 74, really has to try to get to 53, but they're counting on some of this play action to hold him. But that's what they're doing here. They've got a 54 tag. Center's going to block 54. He's going to pull now to get there. The guard's going to go to the +1, which is a secondary defender outside the box. And then the misdirection kind of gave angles for the backside. Tight end blocking the end. Here, once again, they're pulling. The center has the ability to man pull. When I say man pull, I can zone up through to get to my backer, or I can pull around to get to my backer. So to me, this is a snap look. We're going to tag 52 in the left A gap. The center, you either go around or through to get to him. The +1 is the safety, and that 7x2 from the tight end. And the pulling guard will handle the +1. On the backside tackle on his zone knows, hey, I'm going to -1, so I've got to work to get to 55. Okay, so that's the communication that's happening on this particular play here. And once again, it all starts with it being coordinated. Okay, so here now we're going to run it to the under to the tackle covered look. Okay, quarterback is making the 46 tag. Okay, and now out here we're going to get the eat call. The tackle's covered. The tight end's going to block down on the 5. The tackle's going to pull for 59. And now between the center and guard, a couple things could happen. They could zone this to 46, or they could C-call it and have the guard block down on the nose to pin the nose and the center pull around for 46.
David, are all these, the aiming point is like a ghost tight end or outside hip of the tight end?
Yeah,
like,
you can.
Just
yeah,
like outside zone?
Yeah, and really, I would like to, I usually got them a little bit wider on this concept, only because we were trying to get the ball to get out in the perimeter. Okay, so now from a tight end standpoint, if you're going to use this through concept, he's inside blocking the C-gap defender. If it's a 7, he blocks him. A 6, he's going to try to go inside. If the guy stays with him, he blocks him. 9 technique, I go inside, and now I'm through to the first backer in the box. Here, the tackle, they got an eat call, so the tackle now is going to pull trap the end. I believe what they're going to do is have the guard block the nose and the center pull for the +1. So let's see how this unfolds. But just another layer of communication. When I say another layer, when you take the tight end through and he works to the tag, then the first puller is on the end. The second puller gets to the +1. It just changes the rule for that second puller, who's usually working to the tag. Another look at the veer scheme with the 9 technique. So the tight end through to the tag, the tackle kicks out the end. And once again, now they're pulling the center for +1. Normally the center, when he was pulling for the tag. So a little bit of communication has to go on to get that done. But those are some examples, excuse me, some examples of your pin and pull schemes